Wireless mics are everywhere, but most people buy the wrong ones. Today, we are going to fix that. Over the last couple of years, I've tested wireless microphones of all different shapes and sizes on our German channel. What I really found out, it's best to put them into 3 different kind of price ranges, because maybe you don't want to spend big money on a little microphone, or you really want to spend big money, but you really want the best of the best. And just to make it a little bit more exciting, we are going to have a 1v1. So always 2 microphones competing for the best one in the category. For the pro tier, we even got 3 microphones, so stick around for that. So without further ado, let the wireless games begin. So our first price range is beginner, and yes, I know you know this type of microphone. The one that everybody has on TikTok and sticks up their mouth till it's clipping to death. But I bought this microphone very intentionally just for this one scene I'm going to do where I'm going to say, don't be this guy, don't buy this shit, and don't stick it up your mouth. Yes, we know, they are dirt cheap, shipped over Amazon. I don't really hear a difference, really, trust me. So yeah, this is our first wireless mic, and you probably don't even see it when I'm holding it. This one is the Boya Mini. It's a very, very small microphone. They're even so small you can fit them in your pocket easily. They're smaller than an Apple case. Let's see what they delivered with it. It's just a cable to charge it and a receiver for USB-C as well as for Lightning. You can even plug this into your computer. So even when it's a small setup, it really delivers a good connectivity. But that's not it. This little device even has some more tricks up its sleeve, and therefore you can press the noise cancellation, and yes, now we have even a built-in noise cancellation. And I'm going to play some music for you in the background so you can check out how good this is. I'm going to turn it off. So this is how it would normally sound with environmental noises, and this is how it sounds when you activate the noise. Is there this kind of zoom effect? So all in all, a small bundle with a little bit of features, everything you need to start. And this is why at 40 to 55 bucks, this is our absolute entry model recommendation. So now let's see its opponent. As an opponent for the Boya Mini, we chose the Hollyland Lark A1. It looks like a only smartphone solution, but you can definitely use it with a computer as well. We really like how small it is. It's actually just as small as the Boya Mini. But what is way cooler about this one, especially on the back side, that the Boya Mini has only a clip, but the Hollyland one doesn't even have a clip, but it's all magnet. And this is way cooler from my experience, because magnets is something you can use on every type of cloth. And you can see that the Boya Mini makes this awkward kind of fold because it can't really hold or like stick. And just like the Boya Mini, the Lark A1 can activate some noise cancellation. And this is how my voice sounds now with the noise cancellation turned on. I hope it doesn't sound unnatural. I'm gonna turn it off again, and now we're going to play some music again. And I'm going to turn it on. So this is how my voice sounds with a lot of environmental noises. I hope my voice is still very intelligible. This is the normal surrounding sound, and this is again with noise reduction. And I hope it sounds good. So for the first price range, which microphone would you rather choose? The Boya Mini that you're hearing right now, or the Hollyland Lark A1? I will repeat the prices. So the Boya Mini comes at $40 to $55, whereas the Hollyland Lark A1 ships at 40 bucks. So any suggestions? For us, it was a clear winner, the Hollyland Lark A1. We really chose this one because obviously scope of delivery, but also the sound quality is way beyond. And for the same price, you really get way more for your money, and they're almost the same size. So Hollyland wins the beginner tier. So next up is the intermediate price range, so everything in the middle from around $55 to $100. Most people are going to ask us, hey, what is the best microphone I can get if I want to record over my phone, but maybe also on my camera, a good sounding mic that I can take everywhere and connect to everything. This is usually where we recommend the Hollyland Lark M2. This one comes in very different sizes and shapes. So this is, for example, the smartphone case. So as you can tell, this one has a bigger case where you can use the camera receiver to stick on your camera and use professionally, because with this product you can really choose the kit that fits best to you. Sadly, the smartphone adapters don't sit in the same case, but yeah, just as the Lark A1, you have a little magnet chip that you can stick on the backside, and this magnet is fairly strong, so you will have a good time fixing this to everything you want to. And just like every other microphone up until now, this Hollyland Lark M2 also has noise cancellation. And now the light turns green and then we're having the noise reduction. What do you think? Is my voice still very natural? I'm gonna turn it off now. This is how the music normally sounds, and this is how it sounds with the noise cancellation. I hope the quality stays well, but you tell me. As an opponent for the Hollyland Lark M2, we obviously wanted to choose the DJI Mic Mini. But as we were filming this video, look what we got here. The DJI Mic Mini 2. But since the scope of delivery is almost the same and the price will probably settle at the same, we are kind of using the term DJI Mic Mini for both of them. So the only problem is, until now, we don't know when the DJI Mic Mini 2 will be shipped to America. This is why we're talking more about the DJI Mic Mini 1, and we have to say the difference between the two products is not so big. If it's not important for you to have some colored plates, this one is still very excellent. We've always called this one the outdoor wireless mic because this hard shell almost has a like military look and feel to it. You can fit in all adapters, receivers, transmitters, and even a cable. So this is as good as a charging case can get. So DJI really delivers, and sound-wise you can't say anything about it either. This is just sounding so good. This is a small build, but it's also so much more flexible and you still have all the connectivity. The receiver is maybe not the most beautiful thing there is. It really hangs weirdly down my smartphone in this L kind of shape. And if you have a DJI Osmo Pocket, you can also connect the DJI Mic Mini with the Osmo, and this gives you a lot of freedom. Yeah, you can even control the Osmo Pocket recording with the DJI Mic Mini. And this is how my voice sounds with only noise cancellation on my voice. I hope it still sounds very natural. Now I'm gonna play some music as always, and we're going to switch back and forth. I hope this still sounds very good in this loud environment. I'm not quite sure again, but yeah, tell me what you think. So now I'm going to activate the noise reduction on the DJI Mic Mini 2. This is the soft noise reduction and this is the strong noise reduction. I'm really looking forward how strong it's going to be. Tell me if it reduces the noise very well or if my voice is still intelligible. So while the beginner price range was very easy to decide, for me at least, this intermediate section gets a little bit trickier. In my very honest opinion, you can't go wrong with both of these products. So this is more of a preference or taste choice, but when we look at the prices, this becomes a little bit more obvious. The DJI mic ships at $79, whereas the Hollyland Lark M2, at least in my choice, so this is the camera setup with the smartphone adapters, so the biggest package, ships at $99. So with Hollyland, yes, you get all the same parts, but for me personally, what won here is just a kind of feeling, a vibe of this not being just plastic, but being very, very reliable. And yeah, this is a very good product, but you can definitely tell this is plastic, cheap plastic, and that's not a problem because, as you can tell, the sound quality of both microphones is very, very good. But there's just something in the feeling of buying the higher price product but feeling that it's a little bit cheaper that just doesn't stick with me. So the DJI Mic Mini wins the intermediate price range. So now we're entering the Pro range, and this is where things really start to change very, very drastically. So we're now over $100, almost $300 type of range. So I know this is not something for every one of you. These wireless microphones in the Pro tier have internal recording, so you can record up to 20 hours or something. Yeah, you can just press the record button and you don't even need to have a connection. I'm very sorry if there are some features that I don't point out, but we will try to navigate our way through these products because they are a whole different league. So the first one I want to show to you is the Hollyland Lark Max 2. I don't know why, but the design of the Hollyland Lark Max 2 kind of reminds me of a scuba diver. I don't know, this kind of texture is almost like a neoprene, and then also the case has a very, very good layout. And also, this is very important to point out, I didn't even choose the biggest option of the Hollyland Lark Max 2 because there is one with an in-ear monitoring system, so you almost get like headphones delivered with it that you can stick on and monitor what you're recording. But to be honest, when I tested them last time, they didn't really make the cut for me. And they don't stop there, because when you want to use a lavalier mic, so you want to maybe stick in, you get these little adapters that you can stick on the low side, and then you have the audio jack where you can put in the microphone. If you really want to go that step further, the Hollyland Lark Max 2 really does it with you. And that sums the product up very well. I think the camera receiver is well made. It's a little bit light, but the touchscreen is amazing. It's very, very good. So this one passes the vibe check. And last but not least, of course, we have to check the noise cancellation of the Hollyland Lark Max 2. So this is how it sounds when I have the noise cancellation activated. I hope it doesn't take away too much from my voice. You can tell me. And now I'm gonna turn on some music. And I'm gonna turn off the noise cancellation. This is how it sounds normally. And this is how it sounds with the noise cancellation. I hope it does sound good. I think from previous recordings I really liked it. But yeah, let's compare this one to the contestant. You're probably having a déjà vu right now, but no, this is not the DJI Mic Mini. This is the DJI Mic 3. Maybe you've seen the DJI Mic 1 or 2. They have a little bit of a different shape, but this one looks just the same as the DJI Mic Mini and Mini 2. But there's a little bit of a difference inside. The DJI Mic 3 can record with timecode as well, so your video and audio is always synced, and also you can record in 30-bit float. So the sound will always be on a very good level, which is very nice. But the big question around the DJI Mic 3, do we really need this when we have the DJI Mic Mini? And the answer is actually pretty simple. If you want to make basic content creation, like recording with your smartphone or make very simple videos, the DJI Mic Mini will probably be your solution. With this DJI Mic 3, you can really make big projects happen, like with many people. Just like with the Hollyland Lark Max 2, you can record up to 4 people. Yeah, I think this sums up the whole package as a extensive professional solution, with the only downside that you can never ever connect some external microphones. So the little add-on that we saw with the Hollyland Lark Max 2, there is no accessory like that. The scope of delivery is just the same as with the DJI Mic Minis. So yeah, the last thing to test with the DJI Mic 3 is of course the noise cancellation, and I have to say this looks very adventurous. This is how I got to connect the receiver from the DJI Mic 3 with my iPhone. I had to buy a separate lightning adapter from the DJI Mic store, and this looks just really, really bad. But yeah, let's not comment this any further and get some music to play. And now we're going to test both of the noise reduction modes. So I'm going to turn it on, and this is called basic. So this is the little bit more subtle noise reduction. I hope you like it. And now when the drop comes, we're switching to the strong noise reduction. Tell me if it's any better than from the DJI Mic Mini. I'm going to turn off the noise reduction. And this is how it sounds again with basic noise reduction. I think this is not taking away too much. And this is again with strong noise reduction. So the last opponent is probably no stranger if you're somewhat familiar with wireless microphones. It gets delivered in these two boxes, only one of them being a charging case, this one. The Rode Wireless Pro came out in 2023-ish. And yeah, that's maybe not so long ago, but boy, were they ahead of the time. Because at that time, no other wireless could record internally so long, had this timecode feature that I just talked about. But the thing that made this product really a totally different ballgame is hidden inside this second case. And that's, of course, the microphones. Rode, of course, being an audio expert company, have made their own lavalier microphones, and so there was no hesitation from their part to put in some lavalier mics. And this, of course, made this way more professional than any of the other content creator I stick it up my mouth wireless mics. So this is, in my opinion, how a pro option should feel like, where you can switch microphones, where you can record not only internally, which is I'm doing right now, but also I'm recording on my computer separately. The only downside maybe to the Rode Wireless Pro is that they still use the same clunky square transmitters, which we know from the Rode Wireless Go 1. So it's 3 generations ago. The one thing this Rode Wireless Pro is missing though is snare roll, noise cancellation. So we can actually test no noise reduction on this. This is, for me at least, actually more of an indicator that this is real quality. So yeah, let's get right into it. What is good and bad about each of these microphones? If we talk about the scope of delivery, the DJI Mic 3 is probably the last place, whereas the Rode Wireless Pro delivers you even lavalier microphones within the package in the full price, which obviously wins the scope of delivery aspect. But when we now look at the prices, I think it becomes a very much more clear picture, because considered with what you get, the scope of delivery, we unfortunately have to admit the DJI Mic 3 is on the last place, because with this price it's trying to compete with other professional microphones, but we don't really have the feeling of flexibility, connectivity. It doesn't really have all the little things that the other two microphones are trying to really give you to make it a little bit more extra professional. To be honest, this was a very, very hard choice, because both of these microphones are pretty similar. The Rode Wireless Pro, yes, it's quite old, but that's also the reason why the price is a little bit lower than with the other options. So if you're looking for a solution that also has a very nice design, I think I would recommend the Hollyland Lark Max 2. But if we're talking about pro microphones and you buy one thing and it fits all your demands, then it is obviously the Rode Wireless Pro. So congratulations to that, Rode. You really won the third tier. And yeah, I hope you're happy with our rating. Please leave a comment if a different microphone won for you. I'm very, very much looking forward to your comments. So yeah, until then, see you next time. Bye.